Hi, my name is Travis Rector, and I lead our risk placement team here at FirstChoice. And with me today is Tom Trispagonas from Grove Financial in Pennsylvania. Tom, thanks for joining me today.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about your agency.
So we're based in the central Pennsylvania area, and I help serve as VP of sales. So I support our sales efforts for the agency overall. We have 7 locations and thankfully still growing. So it's an exciting time for us.
Good. Now, you've engaged with our risk placement team.
Yep.
What has been kind of the leading factor with you interacting with our risk placement team?
It's been a great experience. So our relationship with FirstChoice dates back to when FirstChoice got off the ground. So our CEO, Andy Grove, was one of the first founding members. So we've had a relationship and a commitment to FirstChoice for many years. And as our carrier appetite opened up and we were more aggressive with how we wanted to sell, the resources through that team have been phenomenal. You know, it's always a priority for us to get direct appointments and develop those relationships with those carriers directly. But at the same time, having the resources to answer whatever need we're trying to provide for our clients. And if it's a carrier that we don't have that direct relationship with yet, we can still have access to strategically in order to win an account and to do what's right, they've been invaluable. So it's been a fantastic experience.
That's great to hear. Now, you all will have other brokerage options as well, is that correct?
Yep.
Can you kind of tell me a little bit about your experience with the FirstChoice Risk Placement team, maybe relative to some of the other brokerage options you have? What are some of the things that you found as meaningful or valuable in interacting with the risk placement team that maybe you don't see or experience with other brokerages?
Probably the biggest differentiator is that it's more of a collaborative process, at least in my experience that I've appreciated. In other words, there's already a familiarity there because a lot of our appointments are through our FirstChoice relationship. So there's already that knowledge in advance. Okay, you already have a relationship, say, with Utica, or you already have a relationship with carrier A or carrier B. And so that collaborative conversation, when we reach out to one of the folks on that team to say, here are the markets that we're targeting, where else do you think this risk could be a fit, and what can I provide? Are there any supplemental apps, or is there anything that you're going to need for us to try to get this done? Or even just having the conversation to say, is there maybe anything that I'm missing? Are there other carriers that even I already have a direct relationship with that I didn't think to approach? And so what I appreciate there is that there's not so much a push for wanting to put business directly through them. It's a push for just partnering with us and wanting to help us win the business. And then going from there to see what all avenues we can take to get that done. And even if it's a matter of perhaps at least exhausting her resources, a lot of times I work with Melissa or Renee as part of the team. And if there's a strategy of, say, blocking markets or wanting to assess all of our options, in addition to my own efforts, it's been a great experience. And really for a lot of our other resources on that front, it's more process oriented. I mean, I'm not going to speak negatively of them, but at the same time, it's very much fill out your accord, get me your loss runs, submit it here to this generic submissions email, and wait to hear back. We'll get it assigned, and then you just be a good boy and you do as you're told. Whereas being able to connect with your team directly, to have those relationships, and to have more of a team-like effort in winning these accounts,
Yep.
I applaud them.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for them.
Great. That's great to hear. A follow-up question to that, we provide a few different options in terms of farm and ag, commercial, and within that mid-market, small market. We also offer E&O program as well. Tell me where some of the offerings that we have from just market standpoint or certain industries that you may be able to access through us. Can you walk us through where your agency has tended to interact more recently with us and where maybe you've had some recent success?
Absolutely. So, a lot of times for us, and I'm sure this holds true for a lot of agencies, when you're balancing relationships with a lot of different carriers, there's that responsibility to make sure everyone is fed, right? So there's always that process of wanting to exhaust any direct relationships we have to try to place business. That's the honest truth, candidly. At the same time, when we get into specialty niche type programs, So off the top of my head, I've had a lot of success with Renee in terms of high net worth type risks, and being able to place them with Chubb has been a great experience. We've had some nonprofits needing D&O type coverage, which can be a specialty niche type need. And so working with Melissa on that front was fantastic. And that was through Markel. There were some daycare risks that, again, perhaps don't neatly fit within our general standard carriers, yet are still fantastic risks. That, that's where we've had the most success. So we haven't, thankfully, just the DNA of our operation, we haven't had to come to First Choice for, we'll say, Main Street type risks. But when we've identified good risks that qualify for good markets, that we don't have to be burdened with the premium commitments and the maintenance of a relationship there, that we can have that resource to go to and put that together. It's been a very powerful tool for us.
Well, Tom, thank you for joining us. We enjoy our relationship with Grove Financial. That concludes this Fireside Chat. Thanks for joining.